the #1 show I know that we all agree on. Break the Bank with Lerk and Deion.
Let's take it to your side though. Nuggets and the Suns are officially going to be playing each other in the second round. Both series kind of went how we expected it to, right? Well, you said the Clippers might beat the Suns, actually. You expect the Clippers to beat the Suns, didn't you? That was before, I'm assuming.
I did say that, but I mean, obviously, I didn't know Kawhi and PG just weren't going to play.
Could have expected that. We've been saying all season he don't want to play.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Kawhi, honestly, I think Kawhi should retire.
I felt that way a long time ago. I was actually talking to JK about it earlier because he said something about it, and I'm like, bro, he should have retired a few years ago. He's done for. He has a degenerative tendon in his. What he was diagnosed with by the Spurs doctor is a degenerative tendon in his knee. You're done for, bro. There's no fixing that. Give it a couple more years. You keep playing in the NBA, you're gonna be running like Kenny Smith.
Well, it's just not gonna hold up. Like that knee is just not gonna hold up. It just is what it is. I understand.
And Oladipo soon.
Yeah, I understand. Like he wants to make money, and you don't want to give your dream up, all those things. But at the end of the, like, if I'm the Clippers are in such a weird spot because it's like if I were the Clippers, theoretically, I would I would just trade Kawhi, but it's like that, man, the hell are you gonna get for Kawhi right now? That makes any look of sense. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna get realistically? And what do you? I mean, PG probably has some trade value, but I mean nothing crazy. Like both these dudes are injury prone. They're old. They're free agents at the end of the year, and you don't have your picks, so you don't have a choice but to run it back with these guys and just pray that maybe for like they'll just be healthy for 4 weeks. And that's really all you need is 1 month of good basketball. And now you're in the finals. You know what I mean? So 6 weeks, I guess, of good basketball, and now you're in the finals. And it's like, I mean, that's what you're banking on. And I guess that's better than the alternative because they really don't have an alternative. But yeah, I don't know where the Clippers go from here. They've done everything. If you top to bottom, I think they have the best roster in the league. I think they have the best coach in the league. They have an owner who's willing to spend, who's willing to do whatever it takes. They have a brand new arena coming in 2 years. What more can you ask out of this franchise than what they're giving you? Your best two players do not play basketball. That's tough. It doesn't really matter what else you do.
You can't get. I don't think you would get much for Kawhi. You think they could get something for PG though?
No, because he's a free agent at the end of next year. So it's a 1 year. I understand. Like he might resign. He also might not. Like you know what I mean. Like we don't know the answer to that.
Want to resign him to a crazy extension if you're somebody trading for him? I don't think so. Not with his injury history.
Which leads to more reason why you probably don't get anything, right? Like, it just puts you in a.
Oh yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I'm just adding to what you said.
No, yeah, I don't know where they go from here, man. Other than running it back, and you can run it back, and I'm not saying like running it back's like a bad thing, but I don't know. The West is only getting better. Like Phoenix is gonna play together. They're gonna obviously add the depth they need in free agency. Ant's coming, bro. Oh, but like Ant's coming for real. Like
special.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell Minnesota's gonna do. Like,
yo, I feel you. Before we leave the Clippers, I just want to say, shout out to Russ though, man.
Like, no, I wasn't leaving the Clippers. I was just like giving off the reasons why I don't know what they do. Like, Ant's on the way up. Like Ant's gonna be a problem. But Wemby, like we don't like Wemby might be in hell. Wemby and Scoop might be in the damn West. You know what I mean? Like you got the Lakers. Like Bron ain't going nowhere just yet. You know what I mean? Like he just isn't. You got Luka is still Luka. That's a terrible way to lose Hawks +7, by the way.
And
That's just a bad way to lose Hawks +7. Like Luka is still Luka. The Warriors ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Kings are cooked, but like, I mean, theoretically, you still have the Kings. Um, you still have.
I'm so sorry. Use a few seconds behind me. I just saw the last 10 seconds of the game.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
so bad for you. That's terrible.
that's a terrible way to lose. I don't know why they fell, but
Damn.
I don't know why they fell. But you have the Pelicans who are like gonna try to figure it out. You have all these different teams that are like on the up and up, and you are not going to get better. Like your best may be the best, but
I've
you are not gonna get better.
not now, but they're gonna get a lot of money off the books in a couple years. And there's gonna be some disgruntled stars or young players, and they're gonna be moving into that new arena. I don't think they're gonna go in there without some star power. So it's gonna take a couple years, and it's definitely not gonna be with Kawhi and PG, but they gonna make some. They gonna have to make some noise. I gotta have that belief with all the like with everything you just said and all the investment that Ballmer and the front office has put into trying to win. But you know, Kawhi and PG DMPs. But shout out to Russ, man. He did his thing this series. They lost. They got cooked. It was 4-1. But at least two of those losses, Russ almost took that win from them single-handedly. And he cooked up against them. He played good basketball. He did everything he could. That's not what he went there for. He went there to be a complimentary piece and ended up doing his thing. Not gonna sit here and be like hang the banner, but shout out to Russ, man. You balled out. We're gonna save your series for last. I know you got a lot to say, and I'm interested to hear it. Lakers Grizzlies. Lakers, they got smoked last night, giving the Grizzlies a little bit of hope. They still up 3-2. Your man's Ja, Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks in particular, talking all that shit. I poked the bear, yada yada, and then get their asses whooped in overtime after giving up the lead and don't want to talk to the media? How you feel about that, Deion?
I mean, they are who I've been saying they were for years. Like it just is what it is. Like there's not much more to say on it other than what I've been saying for years. Like I called this team. I said who they are. I said what they're about, and they've lived up to that. So I appreciate them. They proved me right. It is what it is. I actually like deep down, like really like this team. I call a lot of teams pussy because I think a lot of teams are pussy. To be honest, I just think that's the new NBA. I've said it a million times. I don't know how much longer I got watching this shit. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I don't really like the way these dudes behave or act on the court or even off the court to an extent. The off the court shit's like old man on the porch stuff. So like I really don't get too much into that. But like when it carries over on the court, like like that's what bothers me. I mean, the Grizzlies are who I thought they were. If the Grizzlies bought into who I believe they are, um, I think they're the best team in the West, like top to bottom on paper, even without Adams and the other dude, Clark. Is that his name?
Yeah, Brandon
Stinks,
Clark.
stinks. Like even without all them, like I think they're the best team in the West, on paper. But the problem is like everyone wants to make the playoffs about basketball. And I mean, I sat up here and told you and X this for months last year, and I've been telling y'all this for years now. Like, bro, this shit ain't basketball. This is mostly mental. And like, unfortunately, um, even if they get past the Lakers, I promise you they don't want to play the 4 years. It just is what it is.
Yeah, the Lakers. I think we all had the Lakers winning this series, but even though they up 3-2, we're up 3-1 before yesterday. This series has exposed the Lakers. A lot of people had them as their favorites to come out the West, or if they didn't have them as favorites to come out the West, felt like they had a chance to come out of the West. And I look at this Lakers team and I'm like, how can we penalize all these other teams for having a lack of depth, being inconsistent, and poor coaching, and not hold the Lakers accountable for the same stuff? They don't have that much depth. They have no depth, actually. I mean, they got a little front court depth. That's about it. You ain't really got no shot blocker other than AD. Your perimeter defense is inconsistent. Your shooting is inconsistent. If Bron has a bad night, you're pretty much fucked because AD's been inconsistent. So I really just don't understand. Like watching these Lakers play, yeah, they up 3-2. At times they look really fucking good, but I just don't see what everybody else sees when people call them title contenders. And you was one of the people that was calling them title contenders too.
Who's that? The Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still feel that way, to be honest. I don't necessarily.
They've showed their age and their inability to play in
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah. Listen.
They've showed their lack of
Listen.
depth. They've showed the ineptitude of their coaching. AD
Listen.
proven to be
I
most inconsistent superstars in the NBA.
I couldn't agree more. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I couldn't agree more.
You couldn't
Listen,
agree more, but you still feel like they're title contenders.
the West is dog shit. It just is. Like, I think, if I'm being honest, if we get Lakers Warriors, it is, in my opinion, winner takes the West. And if you are telling me Steph and or Bron are now in the finals, I mean, my assumption is they're going to win that. So, like, if you're telling me he's a 7-game series against his biggest rival away from being in the finals, in my opinion, I have to call them a contender, right? Like, by my own definition.
Yeah. So you really think they could beat the Warriors?
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did until last night. I think they're a much better team, if I'm being honest. I don't think they're going to play the games that the Kings, Grizzlies, Suns, or Nuggets would do, that I believe give the Warriors that added motivation that I do think is necessary for them to win a series. Because if there's one thing the Warriors proved within this series against the Kings, is that they don't really, like, they're not really just going to get up. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get their best effort unless you do something. I don't believe the Lakers are going to do that. Now, Bron can't play 2 good games in a row. Like,
I don't think
let's just call a spade a spade.
I don't think the Lakers need to do all that. I think just the fact that Bron is on the Lakers is going to be enough.
What do you mean?
Like they don't that's going to be enough motivation. Like they don't need
Oh,
that.
yeah, I agree.
They don't need like the Lakers don't necessarily have to try to play the
Play the
mental
games.
or pull the antics and stunts that the Warriors thrive off of. And like you said, like need to like get up against certain teams. Like I don't think it's just anybody. I think it's the Lakers and LeBron. That's gonna be enough right there. Like we talking about Steph and
Listen,
LeBron. That's
from a
gonna be
me
enough for
perspective,
Steph alone to light a fire under everybody else. Not even Dre, because you know Dre gonna be glazing him.
from a me, see that's gonna be the question mark. I'll tell you right now. If I see in
It's
games
like
one or
when
two,
Dre show up, is he gonna want to help Bron or?
if I see in games 1 or 2 and Chase Dre get in his face, it's on. It's on. Like that's a Warriors team. Don't nobody want to face a Warriors team where Draymond don't care about Bron. That's a Warriors team no one want to face. But I mean, listen, for me personally, from a fan perspective, like I think um I think that team or that series is gonna be crazy that I'm saying this is damn near as important, if not more important, than winning the championship. Bron versus Steph, the last one ever. You know what I mean? Um, it's kind of winner take all. Like the winner, this is your era. You have a chance. Like if you beat the other, you have a chance to go cement it. Like there is no arguments. You know what I mean? If Steph beats Bron and goes on to win a title this year, and he has 5, Bron has 4, yeah, you could say Bron's a better player, but Steph came into your era, came into your crib, and took everything you wanted. If Bron beats Steph and goes to and gets his 5th, I mean, hell, bro. Like I mean,
What
there's
if neither win? What if
what are you supposed
neither
to do,
one?
man? Like that dude's different.
What if neither one win the finals? Does it still have that same effect for you?
In terms of it's the other person's era. I think if Bron didn't win, yeah. If Steph doesn't win, no.
Yeah, because it's like
Yeah, Bron already
Bron
won.
already has this era, so it's like he still has the leg up for all the individual accomplishments and going to the finals so many times. And that's not take away nothing from Steph, but like Bron really got this era. There's no argument there. The only way, like, well, I mean, there kind of is, but he wins the argument. If Steph goes through Bron once again, because it's like he did it in the finals multiple times already. So to like do it again, but go through him to get to the finals and win it, that'd be crazy.
If Steph beats Bron and wins the title, bro, I'm sorry. Like we're gonna have discussions. We're just the dialogues will be had. That's all I'm saying. Um, if Bron beats Steph and doesn't win a title, then respectfully, myself and every other Warriors fan, like we got to give him his props. But like, I don't think here's the
I mean, you
misconception
got to give
about
him
like,
props regardless.
yeah, I was gonna say here's the misconception about Warriors fans. Like, once you've earned our respect, you got our respect. You know what I mean? Specifically myself, I'm not just gonna give you my respect. You know what I mean? Like, I to get into, I think we're. Do we have another series before the Warriors Kings series?
No,
Like before we dive into that
no, no,
series?
no, no, no. That's
So like to get into that series, like I'm a Fox and I'm a Davion fan for life. You know what I mean? Um,
did you respect this series?
like them dudes are dogs, man. Like for real. Davion, bro. Davion wake up like ready to guard Steph.
I
You know what I
respect
mean?
you saying that about Fox because you've talked a lot of shit about Fox over the years.
Now listen,
And I'm not
a
saying
lot of what I believed about
it
Fox, I
wasn't
still believe.
unwarranted.
A lot of what I believed about Fox, I still believe. But he is a dog, like mentally. And that's where you earn my respect. I really don't care. Like what you do on the court doesn't really move me. You know what I mean? Like I think anyone can score 30. I think anyone can play defense. I've seen a million people do it. I watched Clay hit for 25 in like 20 minutes yesterday. That don't really move me. What's different is what's different about Fox is it's here, bro. Like he's wired like a champion to me.
Group chat going crazy right now.
It is. It is. But like he's wired. Fox, or Mitchell wired like a champion. Fox wired like a champion. Like Like I think two instances where I don't like Ja to me, Ja is wired like a champion, but he's running with a bunch of dudes that aren't. Bane wired like a champion, running with a bunch of Jaren's pussy, Brooks is pussy, Adams the biggest fraud in the league. Everyone thinks he's tough because he's
Even Adams?
Australian. Is he New Zealand? Where is he from?
New Zealand.
Yeah, just because he's from another country, we think he's tough. Like he is not tough. You know what I
Because
mean?
he's strong. Everybody think he's tough because he's strong.
He's strong and from another country, and we
Yeah.
don't even know that he's strong.
Aquaman.
We don't even know that he's strong. Like
Nah,
that
we know
hasn't been
he's
tested.
strong. We've seen him pick up big ass NBA players and carry them away.
Listen, it hasn't been tested. I want to see him do that to Looney.
But as you were saying,
But like I think of two instances where like I lost respect for teams. The last two series we played specifically. Luka's a dog, by the way. Like another dude that I think's a dog. Just thinking back to last year. But in the finals, Al Horford said after game 4 that it felt like the Warriors won the championship to them, like to the Warriors. And that carried over into the Celtics locker room, with Draymond then proceeding to say that he said, first off, Draymond's a lunatic for this, by the way. But Draymond said that he like sat outside TD Garden and watched the Celtics leave every play, one by one. And he said when he watched them leave, he knew the series was over. And then he said, I wore the same clothes games 4, 5, and 6 because it was a funeral. And he wore all black every single game. And it's like, that's soft. Like that's just a team of pussies. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. I got mad respect for Horford, to be honest, just because of what he's done throughout his career. But I mean, the rest of them for Draymond, first off, like I said, Draymond's a lunatic.
y'all had Horford. That's easy championship for y'all.
If we had Horford,
Yeah.
I don't think people realize like if we didn't get KD, we were getting Horford. Like that was almost like a done deal. Like it was like Horford had 3 options. He was either going to go to Oklahoma City to play with KD. If KD came to us, he was going to Boston. If KD went to like Boston or Washington, he was coming to us. You know what I mean? And like that was the way it was going to. It is what it is. Like the whole KD situation, I find hilarious. But my point is like,
I meant now. I ain't mean back then. I'm talking about right now.
oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely now too. But like that instance to me, like that rubbed me the wrong way about Boston. This series, Chris Haynes, I believe it was the second quarter, goes. A lot of the Kings players were dejected following game 4. Bro, it's a 2-2 series, man. Like it's a 2-2. You're back to the crib 2-2.
Well,
know
you
what I mean?
lost respect for them after Sabonis did that shit.
Yes, but like everything, there's moments in time where everything you believe are cemented, right? And game 3 was like, all right, that was the foundation of the cake. Game 4, icing. That comment, sprinkle. You know what I mean? It's like, now I know everything I thought was true, minus Fox and Davion. I got mad respect for Fox and Davion.
With
And to
all
me,
that being said, I struggled in 2 of those games.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Definitely. Listen, this team's not very good. I thought we stunk last year. We definitely stink this year. Like,
Forget about the quality of the team for a second. What went through your mind? What was going through your mind when Steph called that timeout?
I wasn't too worried about it.
And you wasn't worried about nothing when he took that shot either, with like 15 seconds left on the clock, something like that?
Nah, because I know my guys, and I knew Harrison was gonna have to take that shot. And brother, I've seen that movie plenty of times. I already got the script ending.
You wasn't worried at all during the last like minute.
But that was game 4, right? No.
Yeah.
No, not really. So I'm not worried about this series. I've said
As
this
a
a million
better, I
times.
was worried, but you a Warriors fan. You've seen this story many, many times.
I'm not worried about this series. Like honestly, like we
I
could
know
have
you
lost
wasn't
that
worried
game.
about the series. You shouldn't be worried about the series.
No, but we could have lost. Like we could have lost game 4, and I've been like, yo, we'll just rattle off the next 3. My thing with whether it's the Steph timeout, whether it's the floater, whether it's the fact that, first off, like, I understand Steph fucked up. Like, he should have known there was a timeout. Draymond should have been trailing him at that stage of the game. You know they're gonna trap. You should never leave a man in the backcourt by himself, right? So Draymond or Looney, I guess. I think Looney was out there. Someone should have
Anybody,
been, huh?
anybody.
Anybody, but specifically the two bigs, right? Like, because that's typically who gets the board outlet. They should never like. What concerns me about all that, if I had to pick something out where I'm like, damn, that's not good, is this team has a tendency to lay down like that, where it's like, oh, this game's over, we'll just trot up the court. The intensity levels are, they've had a 10-point lead in for the first 5 games. And it's a 3-2 series. This shit should be over. But that intensity level that they put together for a span doesn't last a full game. And they're very lucky they're playing the Kings. I do think Wiggins clearly isn't right. Like, I think Wiggins has been good, all things considered, right? But like, if you think back to last year, second round, he was picking Ja up full court, right? Western Conference Finals, he picks Luka up full court. Finals, he's picking Tatum up full court. He's not even guarding Fox at the 3-point line, right? Like, him sagging off, yes, part of that is game plan because Fox can't shoot like that. I mean, he's shooting the shit out the ball right now, but like, in theory, like, you'll live with the Fox 3-pointers.
Yeah.
But part of that is not just game plan, it's that this dude don't got the legs right now. So like, I do feel like the longer we go, you know, the healthier Jordan Poole gets, Wiggins gets his legs back under him, GP gets over his illness and is able to get his legs back under him a little bit too. I do think that intensity ratchets up, but at the moment, they cannot string together long periods of time where they play at the level they need to play to win a championship. And to be fair, that's why you have 4 rounds and not 1. So like, I'm not going to doubt their ability to get to that. But my biggest concern at the moment was not that game. It was how we got into that position. I knew we would survive, but the problem has been consistent the whole year, that they put themselves in stupid positions because up here they just stopped playing.
So the Kings earned your respect and then lost your respect?
No, the Kings have not earned my respect. Fox and Mitchell have earned my respect.
Fox and Mitchell have earned your respect, and the rest of them can't eat a glizzy.
The rest of them are pussy, top to bottom. And Malik Monk gets a generational whistle.
Even Mike Brown?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's nasty. It's nasty behavior what he's been doing since game 2, man. It's nasty. Pussy.
Yeah.
Bro, like, my thing is too, like, bro, they stole our whole flow bar for bar.
Well, I mean,
like, they got our coaching staff. They run our offense. They have our front office.
At the same time, he tried to run a similar offense when he was in LA and they curved him. There's like, no, we're not jacking this, and he ended up getting fired.
But there's only 2 teams that run the amount of DHOs that.
Yeah, it's a carbon copy for sure, though.
It's a great value version. It's the Walmart.
It's
Walmart
the Dollar Tree. It's the Dollar Tree.
Like, and I mean, you know, they've had a good season. Like, I don't want to take anything away from them because I do feel like, I do feel in a way like part of what I'm doing is taking away from the Kings, which, believe me, I'm not trying to do that. But you up 2-0, you beg for a suspension. You get said suspension. And then you lose the next 3. Now you got to go to Chase, and you're probably going to get stalled out tomorrow. Like, if we're being honest.
I'm not gonna lie. When they was out there begging for the suspension, I knew it was over for them.
Me too.
When I saw that, it is the same feeling I got when Javonte Davis told Ryan Garcia not to bring his mother or his daughter to the fight because he's gonna break his jaw. And Ryan Garcia's facial expression was enough for me where I was like, all right, you're going to get put. And that's how I felt watching all them Kings caping for a suspension. And then when they got it, that's when it's like,
Well, it's like, and then you think to the 3 games, right? Like, Fox had 38 game 4, 40, I believe.
Something like I think it was 38.
38 or 40. No one rode for him.
And then Keegan Murray had like 25.
25. Yeah. No one besides Keegan rode for Fox in that game. Mitchell did, but like what Mitchell does isn't offensive. Like Mitchell's picking up Steph the full length of the court. He don't need to do anything on offense. But like no one rode for Fox. That's my issue. Like that's why they're pussy, right? Fox didn't want a suspension. He didn't give a fuck. He wanted to hoop, right? The rest of y'all wanted the suspension. You got the suspension. Only one that showed up is the dude that didn't care, right? The dude that when Draymond, everything Draymond does is calculated, right? He subbed into that game 4, and I was watching with my boys. I turned to them. I said, watch this dude get a tech in the first 2 minutes of this shit. A minute and a half later, he smacks Keegan in the face. He gets into it with Fox. You know what I mean? Like, this dude saw that coming a mile away. He saw that coming a mile. I've been watching that for a decade. Everything he does is calculated. Everything has a message. It has a purpose. Fox didn't bow down, right? Like, Fox didn't bow down. He's a dog. He earned my respect in that moment, followed it up by hitting for 40. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you handle this stuff. That's how you earn Draymond's respect. That's how you get the Warriors to respect you. The stuff that Sabonis is doing, fucking,
Yo,
Harrison Barnes. Like, I don't even know the dudes on this team, to be honest. Alex Len, I don't know where they got him. Like, these dudes are clowns. They're pussy. But you go as your coaching staff goes, you go as your best players go. And Sabonis and Mike Brown spend more time asking for a suspension than they did in the practice gym. So
I'm glad you said you go as your coaches go, because you be shitting on Kerr on a regular.
yeah, he's a moron.
But
He's also high. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know
he's
what?
drug addict.
Whatever he's smoking this series has been helping, because they've had a great game plan. Sabonis had a career year this year, and y'all have completely eliminated him.
Listen. Looney
And
is
that
Loon.
and even with
Loon been doing that for years.
even with completing that, it's been everybody, because y'all have really like shut him down to a point where not only are you forcing him into bad shots, but one of his biggest assets is his playmaking. That's one of the best things about his game, is his ability to pass out of the double team, to make not even just the style of his passes, but the fact that he's able to make passes like a guard and get other players involved.
Definitely.
He averaged like 7 assists, some shit like that this year. What's he averaging, like 3 for the series?
Yeah, but like, but that's because with the way Looney's guarding him, that DHO shit not gonna work. So it's like,
and it's not just that though. Y'all not doubling him like everybody else will. Yeah,
you don't need to. But he don't play basketball. He plays D lineman on a basketball court. He has no bag. He has no right hand. He has no idea what to do. He can't shoot. He can't pass. He can't dribble. He barrels into you and then flops.
We were just in agreement in that.
No, I'm saying I think his playmaking helped them. I don't believe he can pass though. I think regular season is really soft. No one really plays defense. You learn when someone can pass when everything tightens up. Like Looney had 7 assists yesterday. Looney can't pass. Like Looney can't pass, man. It is what it is. But like when we run a split action, Loon cuts to the basket, the defender comes, and Wiggins or GP spin from the baseline. It's just like here you go, dunk it. 7 assists. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe Sabonis can create for others, but the fact that he's a big man that can make the simple pass definitely does help them, but he can't pass.
I understand what you're saying.
He doesn't play basketball. He plays football. And a soft way of playing football, because all he do is fucking flop.
Who you got winning the series with the Nuggets and the Suns?
Yeah, I got the Nuggets. Real quick. Notice Steph didn't get no x-ray on his chest yesterday. We are not all built the same. We are not all built the same, period. Also, like, here's the other thing. And the way the Kings did Fox was so dirty to me. They hung him out to dry with the injury to his finger.
Yeah.
They hung him out to dry. I don't think Fox wanted it known that he was hurt, right? I think the Kings leaked that because, bro, they are
They
so
knew they were
pussy.
gonna lose.
They leaked it to get the calls, right? Like they are so pussy. They've been begging for calls the whole time. They had 6 more. We were called for 6 more fouls. Clay, Draymond, and Wiggins all had 5 fouls midway through the fourth quarter. They were in the bonus in the 9-minute mark. They shot 7 more free throws than us, and they complained about the refs after the game. They are so pussy, it's insane. Like I think they leaked the injury, hoping the NBA wanted to see the series go 7. Obviously, he is injured. Like I'm not saying he's not, by the way. Like he's clearly injured. But like I don't think
He's
Fox
really
really.
injured. I don't know.
No, he is because and listen, you played sports kind of growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I not at your level.
Listen, you
Your
played sports
level.
growing up. I played sports growing up. Everyone played sports as a kid. If you know someone's hurt, you're gonna test it, right? So like you saw like Fox got going quick. And then you've seen like the Warriors reach in a little bit. And it's like, all right, like even if you get a foul, smack that hand and see how he reacts. They wore him down. Like you could tell, like fourth quarter, he didn't really want the ball no more because he couldn't, because his fingers. He was waving at his rib, like hand. He was holding it. He was passing the Monk and going to the corner. Like you could tell, like the Warriors got to him through the injury. And a lot of people are gonna be like, "Yo, that's dirty. That's this, that." But that's sports.
Nah, it's basketball.
That's
Anybody.
sports. Like I don't care what sport you play. I don't care what you're doing, what the injury is. If someone knows you're hurt, you're gonna like
Yeah,
take the Tank Davis. You
gonna be
brought
a
the Tank
target.
Davis Ryan Garcia fight up, right? Apparently, there was a mole in Garcia's camp that was telling Tank that he was getting hit to the body and was a little softer in the body. So what the fuck did Tank do? Knocked him out with a liver shot. It's like just because you know someone hurt don't mean you're not gonna like let Fox go left. His left hand hurt, so just let him shoot, let him go left. Like fuck that, bro. But they wore him down, and you could tell he was hurt. But in my opinion, you leak that he's injured to Woj, say he's doubtful, and then you release the injury that night, and then the next morning Fox goes, "Yo, I'm playing," and then Mike Brown goes, "Well, it's up to the doctors too." Like your fam, like bro, he didn't want the like anyone to know he was hurt. Like maybe it's like, yo, day of the game, he has the splint. Chris Haynes on the sideline releases the report, like, yo, this is what's going on with Fox. But the circus they turned it into around the injury, like that was Bush League, in my opinion. And if I was Fox, I'd be entirely upset and offended that they used me essentially as like a pawn in whatever game they're trying to play. But it's a game they're fucking losing. Cause I went outside the crib this morning. I looked up. I was in a panic. I didn't see no fucking beam. I didn't see a fucking beam. I've been confused. I've been looking for it. That shit on PTO. I heard it's in Cancun.
They fired the guy that liked it, I heard.
Yeah, they pay that dude has a full-time job.
No more. Not no more.
No more. It's done for now. And if they bring that shit back
Shout
next year,
out
they're the
Greg, the
corniest
beanie.
organization in the
Shout
history.
out to Greg because the Beanie Babies are dead.
Listen,
The Beanie.
man, that shit's on permanent PTO. Good for the beam though. Paid time off's a beautiful thing.
So who you got winning this series with the Nuggets and the Suns?
I got the Nuggets. Damn, the Vikings take Jordan Addison.
Why? Because I like the Suns' chances, even though Jamal Murray's been balling out.
I don't think the Suns. So I watched the clip. I mean, they barely like. I know they won in 5, but like that was one of the most least impressive 5-game series I've ever seen in my life. They could have lost every one of those games. I don't know. What do you think of them?
I only saw a couple. I only saw a couple of the games. I only saw 2 of the games. One of them, the Nuggets smoked them, and the other one, the Timberwolves took it to overtime.
Yeah. So.
I think.
You're talking about
the Timberwolves.
Oh, you're talking about the Nuggets now. I'm talking about the Suns.
Oh, the Suns. Oh,
yeah, I'm talking about.
yeah. Oh, my bad, my bad. The Suns, I gotta stop smoking.
I thought the Suns were incredibly unimpressive.
The
That's just
Suns
my
were unimpressive. I thought Book balled his ass off. I
yeah.
thought I
Yeah.
thought KD had his moments. I thought
Yeah.
Ayton had his moments. I thought CP3 had his moments. Um, what I came away with from that series was they struggled against the Clippers in two of the 5 games.
I feel like it
Well,
was.
well, they lost. They lost. Well, I mean, they lost
They
one.
lost
And
game
then
one.
2 of the 4 that they won, they struggled.
Yes.
No, yeah,
No,
one,
three.
one,
Three of the
no, one,
four.
yeah, 3. Because one they smacked them, and then the other 3, like I said, shout out to us.
But even the one they smacked them, they were losing at halftime, I believe, or they only were up by like 1 point at halftime.
I think they might have been losing.
I think they were losing.
They
Yeah,
might have been losing.
I
And
know,
third
and
quarter, Book went crazy.
yeah, and I know, like spreads and betting doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. They won in five. I think they only covered like 1 or 2 of the games across the 5 game series. I think it was one, and I believe it was game three. The one we're talking about where Book went crazy in the third. They never covered a first half spread the whole series. Um, and I'm not sure they ever had a lead at the end of the first quarter, which against the Clippers team who has fucking nothing is a bit concerning for me.
All the gambling stuff does play a factor and does mean something because that translates straight to the stats in the on-court performance.
No, I agree. And I think it
But
makes you look at stuff in a different
yeah,
viewpoint. Like I think most people wouldn't have noticed what I noticed
if
because
they weren't
like
betting on it.
the moment Kawhi went out, I kept betting like Clippers, Suns first quarter, Suns first half, Suns full game. I'm like, when are they gonna blow these dudes out? And they never did it. And my takeaway was like, one, they don't play a lick of defense. I don't care who's on the court. They
They
don't play a
do, but they
piss.
don't play it consistently.
Yeah, that.
And they struggle against guards. CP3,
Yeah, well, they don't play no defense. Like,
yeah.
bro, Norman Powell hit him for 40.
He's
Like,
gonna he's gonna do that to you at least once.
no, he's not.
Maybe
No, if you said Norman Powell hit for
40
30, I'd be like,
crazy.
yeah,
40
he'll
is
do this.
crazy.
40 is
40 is
nuts.
crazy.
And I think Russ had like 30 in that game. I think they combined for like 70 something. Norman Powell hit him for 40. They don't close out. They're lazy going around screens. I mean, Aiden's a pussy. And most importantly, like what I think probably their biggest issue is going to be is these dudes aren't going to hold up. You know,
Yeah,
the amount
my
of minutes
biggest
they had to
yeah.
play to get past the Clippers is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
what I was getting at was that I don't my biggest takeaway is the fact that you struggled in that many games against the Clippers without PG the whole series, without Kawhi for most of the series, and where your starters playing that many minutes. My biggest takeaway was you have no depth. And if you really gonna be relying on Torrey Gregg to do what he did in like 3 of those games consistently,
Yeah.
you're gonna be relying on guys like Josh Okogie to play 15, 20 minutes, Landry Shamet. You're not winning no fucking championship, bro.
No, no, no.
You're not winning the championship with these guys. If these are guys that you're relying on. Now, granted, you only need role players to show up a few times, do their thing, but I don't trust that CP3 is gonna be able to stay healthy. And I'm not trusting Campaign to turn into a fucking all-star against the Nuggets or the Warriors or the Lakers.
Well, more importantly, like you mentioned the minutes that these dudes are playing, have to play, etc. It's only going to uptick, right? Like
Yeah, and you're gonna get worn out. You're gonna lose your legs, and they shoot a ton of
a
jump shots.
ton of threes. And,
Like they
and
rely
I'm sorry, bro. Like
shot, even if it's
CP3
not,
played close to 40 minutes. That's
huh?
crazy.
He played how many minutes?
He played close to 40 minutes in that series.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Like KD was at 44, 45. Book's at like 46. Like, um, and and we're still saying, yo, Torrey Craig played 20. Like
no,
that
he's
is
he's playing more than that.
I know, but like that's my point as to how little depth they had.
Yeah, Josh
They
Okogie.
played in all 5 games. They played a rotation as if they don't have a game tomorrow. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like they played a game 7 rotation in all 5 games, and they still had a bunch of dudes that have no business being on the court. They still don't play defense. And honestly, their offense is incredibly redundant. I don't care if they have KD and Book. Like at the moment, it's like one dude's gonna ISO, the other dude's gonna ISO. DeAndre Ayton's gonna be in the way, and CP3 is gonna slowly bring the ball up the court and then pass it and get out the way.
Yeah, they still don't know how to play with each other. There's still like a lack of chemistry there because
But
they ain't really
I
play.
don't think I don't think they I don't think it's that. I don't think they can play together. Like that was my takeaway from the series. Is like, we can put whatever depth we want around this team, and I think all three of us, X included, have all said how much in theory we like this team next year after they have a full offseason. I just don't think them dudes can play together.
Yo, they have such a lack of depth that they play 10 players. They play 10 players. Landry Shamet, Damian Lee, Cameron Payne, Bismarck Biyombo, and Josh Okogie all came off the bench. That's disgusting. Josh Okogie played 32 minutes in an elimination game. And we're supposed to trust them to bring a championship home.
And my thing is like, if I'm the Warriors or the Lakers, I hope they get past Denver. I think they're the easier matchup.
Yo, they have nobody on the and the only person I think that should be getting burned that's not is TJ Warren. That's the only guy I feel like that can help them any bit,
I disagree because they don't
including the
play no
guys that's
pieces.
coming off the bench. But he ain't got no defense.
Yeah, like
But he can score though. He could
but the problem is like the problem they have, right? Like we're saying, Book and Katie are playing 44, 45 minutes. Katie on the Nets, Katie on the Warriors plays 45 minutes. He's essentially playing one side. Katie plays 45 minutes on this team. He's probably guarding one of your best players at the same time.
But that's what I'm saying. So I feel what you're saying, but I understand you need him for the defense. But TJ Warren on the court, you ain't gotta play Josh Okogie bum ass 32 minutes.
But
TJ
with Josh
on the court,
Okogie,
TJ Warren on the court, you could probably drop KD down from like 44 minutes to maybe like 42, 41 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes. Give him some breather because you still have scoring on the court. It's not just the defense. They ain't
but
got
you're
no
banking
other
on, but
fucking
you're
score.
banking on you're banking on him having a good game. And the one thing Okogie brings that Warren doesn't is, I mean, I don't think he's a good defender by any means, but like the one thing he does bring is like, well, KD can rest on defense for a little bit. You know what I mean? For a little bit. Him and Book can take a possession off here or there, which is almost more important than the 4 minutes Warren would buy you on the off chance he's having a good game.
Book playing over 40 minutes a game this series too.
And same thing, bro. Like here's my thing with this series is like they got away with it against the Clippers because I mean, bro, the Clippers had Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Marquis, which Morris, Marcus.
I believe it's Marcus.
Yeah, one of the Morris twins, Zubac and Russ out there. So it's like they're not really making you work on defense. Like, yeah, they scored a $120 a game probably, but it's not like they weren't they were not making they were not making the they weren't making Book and Katie really work. You know what I mean? This series, bro, somebody got to guard Jamal. Somebody got to guard Michael Porter Jr.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to guard Jokic.
Ain't nobody gonna guard Jokic. But like,
But
you
at the
have to
same
assume KD.
time, those dudes gonna have to play deep. Somebody's gonna have to guard Book. Somebody's gonna have to
No,
guard KD. Nobody's gonna be able to guard KD.
but my thing is like they're gonna shuffle. You know what I mean? It's like Michael Porter Jr. Yes, he has to guard KD for a little bit.
You can argue both these teams got the same issues, except one got a better coach and one got the got two-time MVP, two-time defending MVP. Like,
I they but what I'm saying is like, so Michael Porter Jr., yes, he has to guard KD for a little bit, right? You probably have KCP on book. So Jamal Murray doesn't really have to guard anybody. He guards CP3. That's kind of like taking it off. But like, you can also throw Aaron Gordon on. You could throw AG on KD.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, that's what's most likely gonna happen, but
But but that's what I'm saying is like they
it's
have
not
so
gonna
many
work.
guys to throw at you, right? The
They're all gonna
Suns,
get cooked though.
huh?
They all gonna get cooked by KD though.
Absolutely. But they're gonna wear him down. It's a 7-game series. Are the Suns gonna win Saturday? Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. But like that doesn't really matter to me. Like over the course of 7 games, KD's gonna get tired. Book's gonna get tired. And even if they survive, you got Steph or Bron waiting for you. I just don't see how they hold up.
Speaking of the Steph and Bron, you said the Lakers got a chance, but do you believe they win? Do you believe the Lakers beat y'all? You said they got a chance.
I think it depends. I tell you what, dude, if they lose tomorrow, they don't stand a chance.
Objectively, as objective as you can be as a biased Warriors fan.
No, I'm telling you, I think it depends. So I think the best thing for the Lakers would be they win tomorrow, we lose. We play Sunday, they have the extra day off. Tuesday, we play, right? That's probably not gonna happen. I'd say the most realistic scenario is we both win, we play Sunday. I think our game is going to be a lot easier, specifically on Steph, than their game's going to be on Bron, right? Like we just talked about how Bron probably can't put together 2 good games in a row.
Or
if Bron, huh?
Or AD.
Or AD. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't worried about AD. I get full 8 hours sleep on AD. Like I don't even know. Like that dude, bro. He had 99 season-ending injuries in Game 4 or 5, whatever. Like, bro, I swear to God, every time I looked up and he was head back to the locker room. Like every time you look up his training stats around AD, trying to figure out what's wrong. Like, and bro, that's happening. That's happening against the Grizzlies and Jaren Jackson Jr. And what's Draymond gonna do to this dude, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not gonna hold up. But Bron's the X factor. But again, the thing the Warriors have, no one else in the West has besides the Nuggets, in my opinion, is the ability to throw guys at you. And I think Wiggins picking, because Wiggins ain't scared of Bron. He's shown that for years. I think Wiggins picking Bron up for 94 feet, I think that's it. Assuming Wiggins can get back to that player in time. Doesn't have to be game 1, but like let's say Wiggins can be Wiggins game 2, game 3. I think that would wear on Bron. I really do. I think Draymond's gonna wear on AD versus like, I mean, Austin Reeves gonna guard stuff. like what's their game plan? FarmersOnly.com Cole Anthony's gonna guard stuff.
It's gonna be nasty work.
Like, you mean to tell me Nick Young's videographer is gonna guard stuff?
I really don't think that the Lakers have a real chance in beating y'all unless y'all suffer like a major injury.
So the where I think they have a chance is I think Steph and Dre and Clay are showing their age too, on a much lesser level than Bron. You know what I mean? But Steph looked tired yesterday. Bron looks exhausted. That's the difference. That's the difference. Like Bron looks
and how Bron moved, the team move on most nights. Yeah. So it's like while on paper, according to their birth certificates, this team ain't that old. They be playing like they mad old. And that's like, why I said before, like they showed their age in the series against the Grizzlies. Because the Grizzlies is running them down, like.
And it's like with the Warriors, listen, I bash Jordan Poole a lot myself, and most Warriors fans do. Bro, he genuinely is adding years to Steph's career because when Steph's exhausted, they just let him run around the court and do whatever the fuck. And it might not always work, but like if he can do that for 3 minutes, and then you get that Curry flurry for 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
The Curry flurry. Yo, JP really be running around like a little crackhead though.
No,
Like
listen, he has
he be
CTE.
having mad energy.
Yeah, he has CTE. Like he's missing part of his brain. Um, I don't understand. I do not understand JP in the slightest. I really don't. I just don't. He'll make a
Because he's
play,
from Wisconsin.
huh?
Because he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's from New. Him and Looney are both from Milwaukee. Two dogs. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They both have played every game since the beginning of last year. Two dogs. But like Looney be out there, I'm like, yo, Loon, I ain't gotta worry about Loon. JP step on the court. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. Yeah, he'll make the nicest play in the world. I'm just like, I guess, man. I don't know. I don't know. But like, um, they just let him run around, and Steph gets to take an impromptu break while on the court. And when I watch the Lakers, Bron don't get to take that break because you know, country bumpkin Shaden Sharp ain't like that. You know what I mean? You got Iggy Azalea and Nick Young's videographer ain't like that. You know what I mean? Like the Jared Vanderbilt ain't like that. Like Bron is involved at all times. We will go possessions without Steph touching the ball, which is a problem of mine. Don't get me wrong, but like if it allows him to hold up, then I'm cool with it. And I think part of the reason, you know, I'm saying yo Steph's tired versus Bron is exhausted is because like those impromptu breaks, like the game within the game, Bron always has the ball in his hands.
And LeBron dead ass ain't been playing that up to his standards.
Yo, he's hurt.
Yeah, that foot.
He's hurt. You can tell. Like his elevation. I mean, even the layup, game 4 where he's like, I fucking hate this dude, man. I can't believe I have to root for him. That's how much I fucking hate Dylan. But he's like, yo, there's tears with the backboard. Like, shut up, bitch. Like, you knew where Jaren was going to jump, so you threw the ball higher than Jaren. Like, ain't no fucking tear. You knew where Jaren was going to be. Stupid bitch. Like, I can't fucking stand this dude, man. But then Dylan Brooks, dumbass, like, now I got to root for Bron.
Yeah, I really fucking hate Dylan Brooks, bro. Like, he pisses me off so much.
I was on his side, and then this fool want to go talk about, yo, he's old. And now I'm like, damn, bro, now I got to root for a Bron 50 ball because you.
Yo, but that's some shit you would have said.
Yeah, but I would have dropped
everything he said is something you would have said. Like,
but I would have. We would have been.
Dylan Brooks pulled the Deion.
We would have been up 2-0, and I promise you, Bron not stepping to me before the game the next time the way he did Dylan Brooks. Because if he comes to me before the game, I would have told Ja, like, yo, fam, if Bron come near me, neither one of us gonna play tonight. It's that simple. It's you versus AD, brother. I'm taking him out. Period. Neither one of us was gonna play.
Neither one of y'all built like that. You or Dylan Brooks.
I would have got us both ejected.
What you would have did?
I would have punched him in the balls.
You ain't popping off on him.
I would have punched him in the balls.
You or Dylan Brooks ain't. Well, Dylan Brooks definitely is about that nut shot life in the middle.
He got in Dylan Brooks' face, and Brooks didn't respond. If Brooks just responded, they would have had to clear it up, both get a double tech before the game ever starts. You know what I mean? You ain't even got to do nothing crazy. I would have done a little bit more than just respond, but like
tech before the game starts.
Yeah, you can get text before the game starts.
That's crazy.
In high school, some of my teammates used to get texts for dunking and warm-ups because you're not allowed to do that.
Ref said that that's crazy. Like ref said that everything is legal before the bell ring.
Bro, all he had to do was respond. And then you get everybody involved, double tech. You know what I mean? Like he chose not to do that. Bro, I said it. So well, game 4 when Draymond and Fox got the double tech, I said, I said if these dudes were smart, you just bait Fox into another tech. He more important than Dre. Punch him in the balls. If he respond, he both ejected. That's the type of shit I would be on. Like I'm not saying I would do anything crazy to this dude, but if he gives me a reason to where we both can be up out of here, I know y'all gonna handle it. If I'm Dylan Brooks, I ain't doing shit anyway.
This is facts.
Like if you shoot him 2 for 30 and he dropping 20 and 20 on you, you might as well get both. Y'all might as well get ejected. You did more that way. You know what I mean? Like he clearly got to Bron. That's the thing. Like the comments worked. Where he loses me and where I'm like, fuck, now I got to root for a Bron 50 ball, is I knew the next game he wasn't going to do shit. He was going to be a pussy. If I felt like he was going to say that and then show up the next game and get in this dude's face and like make him do something that's out of character, I would have no issue with what Dylan Brooks said.
So it's pretty much a done deal. They both up 3-2. We already in agreement because that's what we've been talking about.
Low key, I think the Grizzlies might win it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And then I think we both agree that if the Grizzlies win, they getting violated against the Warriors.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be illegal in 48 of the 50 states. Alabama and Arkansas are the only ones you can get away with what we're about to do to them.
Oh man, that's some shit I used to say. So I got the Suns winning next round. You got the Nuggets. We both got the Warriors winning the next round. Who you got in the conference finals?
If we get the Suns, I think we smoke them. The Nuggets do concern me a little bit. I gotta be honest, but I think Draymond can play Jokic off the court a little bit.
That's a whole nother episode. That's a whole
nothing crazy, but listen. If Draymond can play Jokic off the court for 3 minutes, like that's all I'm asking for. I ain't saying he got, you know what I mean? Like just 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes without that.
So you're gonna play, and then Jokic play the other 45?
Yeah, probably. We just gotta lose those 45 by like 5 to 6 points because them 3 minutes we played him off the court, we're gonna win by about 20. Yeah, Steph's plus minus, by the way.
It's outrageous. Outrageous.
He's
I don't know what it is after that game, but I know during the game the announcer said plus 57. I'm like, yo, that's insane.
I ain't gonna lie. In game 5, JP and Clay held it down. We were pretty good without Steph on the court. I think we either won the minutes or only lost them by like 2.
Isn't just, I mean, in this case, it's obviously that's what it is, but just because a player has a plus minus of a certain number don't mean that the team is trash without him on the court. Just means that the team is that much better with him on the court type shit.
Well, it varies player to player. Like
no, that's why I said in this particular instance, that is the situation. Like the Nuggets are borderline like garbage without Jokic.
Facts, not borderline, they are.
But with him, they almost unstoppable.
Yeah. I'm curious. I don't feel like they were the Timberwolves to me are a lot better than they get credit for. So I'm curious.
Yo,
and special, bro. And special. I think so the best 4 teams are gonna advance, I guess, right? Like maybe the Grizzlies Lakers series being the only one where it's like maybe not, depending on how you view those 2 teams and who advances. But like Suns, Nuggets, Warriors were all betting favorites. Like if you knew Kawhi and PG were gonna be hurt, I kind of think the Timberwolves are the toughest team out of the 3 that are gonna lose. Like I don't really want to play Ant in the playoffs.
Yo, he was bugging. He averaged over 30. First time.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know Fox is going crazy. Yo, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to take anything away from
the
him.
One game that they won when the Timberwolves came back, forced overtime, cooked them in overtime. When Ant hit the step back 3 for the dagger, I said, nah, he's really built for the moment. He had me a little tight with the whole shit about I just can't get swept. Like it made it sound like that's all he cared about. But I also respect the way he was coming from at the same time. But it's still like I still didn't really like it too much, but I respected it.
I gotta be honest, I kind of like that just because.
But that's why I respected it, because when he's like he was more on some legacy shit. So I respected it.
To me, that stuff I remember though. Like I remember the way dudes go out more than I remember whatever they win, right? Like like Ant ain't go out like no bitch. You know what I mean? I don't care how far anyone gets, right? Like,
Unless they win.
like, unless they win. Like, if you told me Philly gets to the finals and gets swept, I'm gonna remember that they rolled over. I'm never gonna remember Ant rolled over. Giannis rolled over, right? The Kings are rolling over. The Celtics rolled over last year. I know Ant's not gonna. You have to kill that dude. There's certain teams you can beat by decision, and there's certain teams you got to knock out. And any team that Ant's on, you have to knock out.
They gonna have to. They got a lot of tough decisions they gotta make this whole season because that boy is him. They got a real one in that one, and it's time to start building around him. And it's not gonna be easy given the position that they put themselves in financially and draft asset wise. Like they ain't really got shit in the treasure chest to make shit happen. And if you try to move Gobert, you ain't gonna get nowhere near what you gave up to get him.
So, hot take. I don't think they got to trade Gobert. I think they got to move Cat.
I'm not saying that they gotta move Gobert. It's just I would expect them to try to trade Gobert before they try to trade Cat. And
No,
that
I agree. I'm just saying, like that. That's my hot take. Like, I don't think they have to move Gobert. I
I
think they could be
think the
fine.
best move is to trade Cat because he has way more value and he's only gonna hold y'all back from fully building a team around Ant.
Mm-hmm.
You
I would
don't have to
trade.
worry about you don't have to worry about how so much about how pieces fit with Gobert and as you would as opposed Cat and Ant. You could just focus more on building around Ant if you get rid of him.
Bro, I know this probably ain't the greatest sounding package in the world. I'm trading Cat to the Nets for some of them wings. Give me Bridges, give me Dorian Finney-Smith, and give me like a first.
You
And
need a
we'll
you need a stretch for
Finney-Smith. And then I'm trading Jaden. I'm trading Jaden. I'm packaging Jaden with Conley.
who
And the Trailblazers would have to hang the phone up for good before they, you know what I mean?
they
I'm
ain't
going to
got
get
enough
Dame.
pick
Give me,
compensation. They ain't got enough draft pick compensation to get Dame. They gave everything up for Gobert.
yeah, that would be the issue. I think Jaden holds weight though, so I'm kind of banking
I
on
don't
that.
think he holds nearly enough weight, especially when they got Shaden over there.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I would try to get Bridges. Um, maybe, maybe the I don't know. The Nets might not even trade Bridges for Cat at this point. I guess.
It looked like they might fuck around and try to build around him the way he been playing, right? Like
It, well, then
it'd
I
be
would
a
say,
bad
fuck it.
move for him.
Give me Finney Smith, give me Cam, and give me a first or two. You can have Cat and Bridges together,
I think
bro.
Brooklyn might fuck around and do it though, because they got enough draft picks where they could make a move for Cat and then probably make another move for somebody else, or just try to build in the draft around Cat and hold shit down till they able to get a superstar.
And if you get two picks plus Jaden and Conley, that's enough to get Dame. That's now enough to get Dame, I think.
I don't know.
Dame's old.
I don't know because Utah got more for Mitchell. The Timberwolves got more for Gobert, and they ain't no fucking story you could tell me to convince me that them dudes is better than Dame or anywhere close to his level. All due respect to Spider.
But
You can't
I
tell
don't
me
know. I
Dame.
guess what I'm saying is I don't know if anyone's trading anything more than that for Dame. I guess you hold on to Dame in that situation, maybe.
Yeah, you saw it happen with KD in Brooklyn.
Okay. No Dame then. I'm calling Toronto. Let's see what Fred
They do it,
VanVleet does.
Fred
Yeah.
free agent, ain't he?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Fred
Okay, no
free
Fred
agent?
then.
You could just go get him.
Yeah, nah, they ain't got no cap. I listen.
Sign trade.
Kyrie's a free agent too. Fuck it, you know what I mean? I'm saying like
That'd be
I would
nasty.
turn
I ain't
Conley and
gonna hold
Jaden,
you. That would be nasty work for the NBA. Ant and Kyrie.
Would be OD.
That'd be nasty work for the NBA. They gonna be dogging a lot of people. I mean, that's if Kyrie is healthy. I doubt. I mean, Minnesota sound like some shit Kyrie would go to though. You think about it, he just go chill in the woods whenever the fuck you want.
Minnesota would be good for Kyrie because it's away from the media too, to be honest, which is what he needs.
He might.
All I'm saying is
fuck around and bring the media there.
I would turn Jaden
would...
and Conley into a point guard. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how, who, what, but like if you can turn Cat into some wings and those two into a point guard, now you're cooking.
It'll all become a lot more clear in the off season. Once the playoffs are over and the dust settles from the draft, it'll be a lot clearer what moves can like are more realistic for teams.